Sample spaces are a way of listing outcomes. Here's an example. I roll a single die and then flip a coin. List all of the possible outcomes of doing this. We could use a sample space diagram to do this. So what we could say is, we roll the die first and then flip the coin. So we could look at all of the dice rolls going up and the flips of the coin going across. So we could have a 1 and then heads, so 1H, 2 and then heads, and so on. We could have a tail, we could have 1 and then tails, 2 and then tails, and so on. So we can see from doing this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, we can see that there were 12 possible outcomes. To work out the probability that I get a heads and roll a 6, I need to look at the appropriate part of the sample space, and I can see that that is going to be this one here. So the probability that I get a heads and roll a 6, well, there's only one way of me doing this. That's 1 out of however many outcomes there were, and there were 12, so it's 1 out of 12. Here's a more common example that you might get at GCSE. We roll a fair die, record its result, roll the die again and record its result again, and then add the scores. To list the possible scores, we would do a sort of table, the same as before. We could have the first die going across and the second die going up. And wherever we have an outcome, we just need to add the two scores. So we could have a 1 and a 1, which would give us a 2. 1 and a 2 would give us a 3. 1 and a 3 would give us a 4, and so on. A 2 and a 1 would give us a 3, and so on. And we could fill in the sample space like this. So this gives us all of the possible scores. We can then answer some questions. What is the probability I get a score of 7? Well, I just need to count how many 7s are in my outcome space or my sample space. There's 7 here. In fact, all the way down here we have 7s. So I count how many 7s there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7s. Out of, and now I just need to look at how many scores there are. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. There are 36 possible scores, so the chance that I get a 7 is 6 out of 36. The chance that a score is a multiple of 5, well, let's look at how many multiples of 5 we have. We have 10, we have obviously 5 itself, and that is about it. Those are our multiples of 5. Now we count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the chance that I get a multiple of 5 is 7 out of 36. Factor of 24, let's have a look at the factors of 24 in the table. So we obviously have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 12. And there's also 6 here, there's 8s here. We have 3. And that is it. So let's count how many of these numbers we have. Obviously 1 as well. No, there's no 1 here, obviously, because we're adding scores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 out of 36. That's the probability that I get a factor of 24. What is the probability my score is 3 or 5? Well, we just need to count how many times 3 or 5 appear in the table. So we have 2 3s here, we have 4 5s, and that is it. So we have 4, 5, 6 possible outcomes there that satisfy the condition out of 36 possible outcomes. So it would be 6 out of 36. Here's a question for you to try. Please pause the video now and have a go at it, and when you're ready for the answers, press play. Here are the answers. So I'm going to draw my sample space. So don't forget, this time we're multiplying the scores, so your sample space should look like that. What is the probability I get an odd score? We need to count how many odd numbers we have. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So we have 6 out of, now how many scores are there? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. What is the probability I get a score which is a multiple of 4? So let's count how many multiples of 4 we have. So we have 36, 8, 16, 24, 32, 28, 12, 12 again, 20, 4, 8, 12, and 16. So these are our multiples of 4. Let's count them. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 out of 24. That's the chance that I get a multiple of 4. And finally, the probability that I have a multiple of 20. So let's look at not a multiple of 20, a factor of 20. These are all the numbers that have 20 in their times table. So we just have 5, 10, 20 itself, 4, and that is it. So there's 4 possibilities there out of 36, and that would be my probability.